Hey guys, how are you? This is Albert again. This is my Module 4 discussion on public fire education. So, one of the things that I wanted to touch on, which I think somebody else might have already, but we'll still go with it, is fire extinguishers, how to properly use them, how to check them. We'll go over the PASS acronym. Alright, so with that in mind, this is one of our standard fire extinguishers, the one I have for my house. Alright, this is a dry chem. It tells right here, dry chemical. Alright, gives me the rating for it. Okay, so a couple of things we want to teach the public when checking these units. Alright, so the most obvious thing, right? Make sure you look at your gauge, make sure it says it's full, it's in the green. So I'm good to go. Alright, also want to make sure that the pin is in place, it hasn't been pulled. That way we know it's good to go. And then also one other little trick that we can teach them is to flip the unit over. Alright, what happens is a lot of times, or sometimes actually, the units won't get used for a long time. And especially if they don't get service or whatever the case may be. So what you want to do is you want to flip the unit over, and you'll actually hear the dry chemical going down, and that's how you know your fire extinguisher is good as well. Because like I said, what will happen is without use and without maintenance, the actual chemical can become a solid inside. So the gauge will still read full, it'll be in the green, but really you're going to have basically a rock inside, and it's going to be useless in the case of a fire. Alright, so that's how we check it. Gauge, pin, flip over. Like I said, you'll hear it going down. Alright, so alright, now we have the fire. What do we do? So the acronym PASS, pull, aim, squeeze, and sweep. Alright, we actually have the instructions on this particular unit. Right there. Pull, aim, squeeze, sweep. And so it's self-explanatory. You want to pull the pin. Alright, so first thing you do, pull the pin out. So the dehumidifier is right there. Go right there, aim at it, keep it upright, squeeze the trigger. So I'm squeezing, and then I'm sweeping side to side, the seat of the fire, until of course it gets extinguished. Also another thing, right here on the front panel, or the instruction labels actually, it tells us what kind of fires it can extinguish. So this is very good, obviously, because they're intending that the general public will use it. So they have Class A fires, Class B, Class C. It gives a small picture, solids, liquids, electrical hazards, or electrical fires. Okay, so, and then of course, I always want to remind the public, excuse me, if you're not getting the fire under control, call us out. I mean, we go out on way less significant calls. So obviously we really won't mind going out for a fire that it's a pot on the stove, but it's already been put out. All right, it all goes back to just the fire prevention, and so this is one of the main things we want to push when it comes to educating the public is have these in your house. Not just at public locations. It's not just for the grocery stores or the Home Depots or Walmarts or whatever the case may be. You always want to have one or two of these in your house. Just because you never know when you're going to need it. And as we all know, cooking is the main reason why fires get started. So, especially if it's a family, mom or dad cooks a lot, or nowadays, the kids get home from school early and they'll start cooking the hot dog or something, and it can get out of hand. Well, if you have a fire extinguisher on hand, then definitely we can prevent a disaster. Alright guys, this is my presentation. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks.